It was good, YouTube. As you can see, I'm a little tired today. Haven't slept in probably 24 hours, maybe a little bit over. So I'm pretty sleepy, but we're awake and we will be trading. Market open in a couple hours here. Just thought I'd go over yesterday's trade. Didn't have any time to upload that or record it, go back through it. So that being said, this is yesterday, Monday's trade. Going into market open, London session basically on London session we just went up, and same with Asian for the most part, just going up. No liquidity really swept, but we were tapping into this opening gap here. Same thing on NASDAQ, just going up mostly. So that was kind of making me want to go bearish from that, though we did have this gap here. With that being said, right into market open. If it would let me go to the next candle. Instantly, NASDAQ at least. Jeez, bar replays glitchy as heck. NASDAQ, we swept highs instantly off market open. So London high swept. That is step one of my strategy. Since I'm already bearish, that plays in pretty well. And all I'm looking for now is a 5-minute break and then 5-minute retrace. So basically, 5-minute break, pretty quick. Had an SMT here because ES did not want to break those highs. Looking at ES for the more bearish pair, and it broke faster. So looking pretty bearish even on that. So I'm just waiting for a 5-minute retrace back into either fair value gap or equilibrium. We had this fair value gap that I was keeping my eye out for right here. Hopefully get a tap into that. Same thing on NASDAQ here. And just waiting. I thought this was going to be an up candle. It ended up being a down candle, so I couldn't count that as the retrace, though it did fill this fair value gap. And just keeps going down, waiting for that retrace. So right away there, at this point, I'm ready to go short, though we did sweep this hourly low. I wasn't taking that as I really want these London lows. That hourly low wasn't that much compared to the London lows, or even lower. So after this was tapped into, nothing was tapped into on ES. I knew that ES was more bearish, so I was fine with just taking it off of NASDAQ, tapping it. One thing I didn't look at, or like maybe wasn't paying attention to, is this fair value gap was technically already filled. Even though this was a down candle, it filled it, and I really wasn't paying attention, I guess, because I didn't realize. So this doesn't really mean anything. And if you look at it, equilibrium wasn't hit either. So technically no confluence was hit. I mean, yes, an order block, but I haven't been trading off of order blocks. So that could be one thing that I went wrong with that I didn't realize at first. So right away I went short. I mean, I like this trade, though it didn't tap in here. I didn't know if it was going to be really bearish or if it was going to come up and fill a little bit after entering and then continue lower. So basically, after that candle closed, we were still technically in a downtrend, if I can remember correctly. I think I entered off of this candle. We technically didn't close above any of these highs, so we're technically still in a downtrend. My stop loss was somewhere around here, like halfway into the fair value gap, in case I wanted to come back in and then take profit right there. Yeah, so it was pretty close to what it was. After that, it just basically slowly stopped me out right away. And we had a massive, pretty bullish, not massive, but a very, very strong 5-minute candle to the upside, which also inversed this fair value gap. So one thing I definitely could have avoided this loss with was if I would have known about this fair value gap, I definitely wouldn't have taken it yet, would have waited for the next candle. And by that next candle, it already broke, changed the order flow to bullish. So at that point, even though it hit equilibrium, it closed above. I would not have been looking for shorts right away at that point. I would have wanted more confirmation. One thing I definitely could have done as well is looking for longs. I guess I can put that back. Looking for longs. So after that bullish order flow confirmation was hit, and this sweep here, we're basically in my same setup, but it's reversed now. It's just showing that it wanted to go higher, even though this was swept. This is a pretty difficult situation for me, having liquidity being swept on both sides. It's not very, it's not as clear of a like where price wants to go in my eyes. So I don't really like trading off of it, but this would have been a good long setup with that break and basically kind of showing me where it wants to go, especially with one of the pairs not even sweeping these highs yet. So with that, I would have bid on NASDAQ because that's a more bullish pair, and we would have waited for a 5-minute retrace, which we would have got right away, and then a 1-minute break to the upside, which I'm assuming would be this 5-minute candle. I wasn't on the chart still at this point, but this is kind of like the better trade I could have taken if I would have done this correctly. So basically, if I was bullish, if I had my bias aligned with where price actually went on the day, this would be the setup, my normal setup, and it did play out very well. Would have hit take profit 1, probably would have been here, 2, 3, 4. I didn't even mark them out, but it ripped up pretty high. So I mean that was another option of what could have happened today, but we're not going to really dwell on what I missed out on. I mean, I still took a good trade. I will say this is a pretty good trade. The execution error of the retrace could have been better. Could have done better about that for sure. I mean, bias I guess was bullish. I could have put more thought into this gap being a stronger draw on liquidity than these lows were. But either way, I mean, I'm not too mad about the loss. It over risked just a tiny bit. I've been upping the risk now to 300 per trade per account. So I wanted to risk 300. It went to 340, which isn't too crazy of a over risk, but I mean, a little bit extra on the loss. So lost 340 on the day with this trade, and I'm not too mad about it because basically I would take this trade again if I had to. I definitely next time would wait for this better retracement, and then I would have known that it would have been bullish. But I mean, either way, it's not a terrible trade, and it's not like I messed up a ton of different things. So that was basically it for the trade today. One lesson to learn, other than this, would be to getting better at taking losses. I would say I took the loss pretty well today. A little bit of emotion, like throughout the day, I kind of carried that feeling with me, but did some good journaling, and it was good to get more practice on taking losses. So pretty good day. We will be trading market open Tuesday morning and a little bit here, so I will post a recap for that as well. No news today again, I think, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. Another 300 risk, continuing with that from now on, and I will keep everyone updated, and we'll see what the market wants to give me today. Peace out, boys.